India rescues nearly 1,100 Indians from Sudan via Indian naval ships and IAF aircraft. A fourth Indian Air Force C-130J aircraft arrived in Jeddah with 128 Indians, while INS Teg departed from Port of Sudan with 297 passengers last night, with the fifth batch of Indians. Minister of State for External Affairs V Muraleedharan, who is stationed at Jeddah to oversee the rescue operations, in tweet said, "Efforts are on to ensure that all Indians who arrived in Jeddah will be sent to India at the earliest." The MAA spokesperson Arindam Bagchi tweeted on the latest developments. The fourth IAF C-130J flight takes off from Port Sudan for Jeddah with 128 passengers. This is the sixth batch of Indians to be evacuated from Sudan under Operation Kaveri, taking the total to nearly 1,100 persons. Meanwhile, MoS Muraleedharan also received the family of Albert Augustine, an Indian national who died in Khartoum after being hit by a stray bullet. Received family of Albert Augustine, an Indian who died in Sudan at Jeddah by IAF C-130J aircraft. Arranged tickets immediately for the family to reach Kochi. Assured of all possible assistance to the family, he tweeted. A third IAF C-130J that left Port Sudan with 136 Indians arrived in Jeddah. Muraleedharan in a tweet said, "Operation Kaveri will continue till we rescue all Indians who want to come back home." The successful rescue operation, named Operation Kaveri, evacuated its nationals from Sudan amid the ongoing violence in the country. The operation is ongoing, and efforts are being made to ensure that all Indians who want to return home are rescued. A control room has been set up in Jeddah to oversee the evacuation process, and Minister of State for External Affairs V Muraleedharan is stationed there to monitor the situation. The current armed conflict in Sudan is just one example of the ongoing instability and violence that has plagued the country for decades. The history of Sudan has been marked by conflicts between different ethnic and religious groups, as well as competition over resources such as land and water. The two civil wars between the central government and the southern regions, which took place between 1955 to 1972 and 1983 to 2005, resulted in the deaths of millions of people and the displacement of millions more. The conflict in Darfur, which began in 2003, has been characterized by violence between government-backed militias and rebel groups, with both sides accused of committing atrocities against civilians. The conflict has led to the displacement of millions of people and has been described as genocide by some international organizations. The frequent military coups and the dominance of military rule in Sudan have also contributed to the country's instability. Overall, the current conflict in Sudan is a continuation of a long history of violence and instability in the country.